Welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel and social media channels here at the FIHQ. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye here with a product breakdown video of Apollon Nutrition's new everyday driver pre-workout Desperado. So what does it mean when I say an everyday driver pre-workout? Well, it's a funny term that the industry made up for essentially what they're now calling essential pre-workouts or more cost-effective pre-workouts. Pre-workouts started itching up into the $60 range, and quite frankly, they're still there. And quite frankly, Apollon Nutrition makes multiple different versions of pre-workouts that retail for right around $60 for 20 servings. So Apollon says, hey, we can play in this space too, but we are going to do it better. So for $45 on 20 servings, just over $2 a serving, you're going to get a fully loaded dietary supplement in the form of a pre-workout from our friends at Apollon Nutrition. How they do it, they basically said, hey, we want to reach this price point. What's the best formula we can give them for 45 bucks? And that's what they attempted to do with Desperado. And I will tell you, from that price point, it is one of the better formulated pre-workouts on the market within that price point range. So let's dive into the SFP here on Desperado. The first ingredient here is citrulline at 8 grams. Now, I will preface this by saying you could do 40 servings from this if you really want to. That's a half scoop. I'm going to like to talk about the 20 serving, the full scoop serving size, because I think that's more adequate. However, a lot of the ingredients in here could be split in half and you would be just perfectly fine. So 8 grams of citrulline, precursor to arginine, helps improve nitric oxide in the body, improve blood flow, bring in nutrient-rich blood into the muscles to help with muscle recovery and repair as you tear down those muscle fibers as you work out. Benefits of citrulline start at as little as 3 grams. So as you can see, if you really wanted to get a 40 serving dosage out of this, you could do it, get 4 grams of citrulline and be completely fine. Next ingredient here is beta-alanine at 3.2 grams. Beta-alanine is the common ingredient that will give you the tingles. And a lot of people are like, hey, and that pre-workout gives me the tingles. And they talk about beta-alanine and caffeine. Well, beta-alanine serves a much larger purpose than just the tingles. It buffers lactic acid, helps prolong muscular endurance, allows you to go longer in the gym, and potentially can help eliminate completely muscle soreness. Not always happening, depending on how hard you push yourself in the gym, but it can actually help at least be less sore than you would be if you didn't take it. Beta-alanine is an ingredient that should be used daily, much like creatine. So if you're not taking a pre-workout or you're on a rest day, you should still continue to supplement with beta-alanine in your diet. Arginine nitrate as NO3T used at 3 grams. Now, from a $45 standpoint from a pre-workout, getting 3 full grams of arginine nitrate is almost unheard of. It's an expensive ingredient. It's a great ingredient in terms of increasing blood flow. It's a high quality ingredient. So getting 3 full grams of arginine nitrate in an everyday driver pre-workout is, again, essentially unheard of. Like I mentioned, it does increase nitric oxide because you're exogenously going to be consuming it. Can help improve blood flow and give you one of the better pumps. At least in my personal opinion and personal experience, I get my best pumps from exogenous nitrates, NO3T, which is, you're again getting 3 grams of it here in this particular product. Betaine and hydrose used at 2,500 milligrams. Betaine in a pre-workout formula really helps with your output when it comes to strength and power. But it does also aid in muscle recovery. So you have seen betaine used in post-workout supplementation to help with overall muscle recovery. But in this purpose, it's going to help you potentially maybe get one more rep or help, again, keep that muscular endurance up along with the beta-alanine to help increase power and strength output for your overall workout. Next ingredient here is tyrosine used at 2 grams. Tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid. It does help with memory. It does help with learning. It helps with focus. I like the 2 gram doses of tyrosine here in the formula. They could have elected to go with 1 gram, and I would have been perfectly fine with that, especially given the price point. But Apollon's like, nah, we're good. We're going to give you 2 grams along with everything else that we're giving you in this particular product. Tyrosine getting a lot of popularity in the pre-workout category, rightfully so. It's proven, it works, it's effective, and it's awesome. Next ingredient here is Himalayan pink salt at 500 milligrams. Why do you consume salt pre-workout? It's a lot of people actually go into their workouts already dehydrated, not having enough electrolytes into their system. By using salt pre-workout, you're preloading your electrolytes that you can then deplete during your workout. Now, you should also be taking electrolytes intra-workout along with it to keep it going. But again, Himalayan salt pre-workout helps get you a pool of electrolytes ready to roll in the gym. It can also help improve overall pumps with cellular hydration. So multiple different benefits of salt in your pre-workout. Theobromine used at 300 milligrams. Theobromine is a metabolite of caffeine. It has caffeine-like similarities, but again, it's a metabolite. So you have caffeine up here, it's consumed, and it's broken down into 3 different pillars, one of them being theobromine. Theobromine can also improve and increase your body temperature with thermogenesis. There are some research studies that show that it potentially could be a vasodilator to help with blood flow. But overall, it's going to increase your mental alertness, your focus, and your body temperature. Next ingredient here is caffeine anhydrous, used at 275 milligrams. Caffeine anhydrous is the fast-acting form of caffeine. It's going to hit within 10 to 15 minutes. 275 milligrams of caffeine is a lot for a lot of people, but if you look at most of the pre-workouts on today's market, 300 milligrams tends to be the sweet spot, also backed by clinical studies that show 300 milligrams of caffeine can be optimal for performance for certain individual athletes. Now, I will tell you, 275 milligrams of caffeine is not all you're getting in this in terms of stimulants. You will get a second form of caffeine that we're going to talk about here in just a bit. Citicoline used at 250 milligrams. I like citicoline. It helps with learning. It helps with memory. It helps with focus. The benefits of citicoline start at 250 milligrams in terms of the clinical benefits, so adequate dosage here. Again, not a cheap ingredient, but an effective ingredient used in this essential everyday pre-workout. Next ingredient here is that second form of caffeine, is dicaffeine malate, used at 100 milligrams. Dicaffeine malate yields about 74% caffeine. So if you do the math here, you're going to get about overall 350 milligrams of caffeine, but you're going to get it from caffeine anhydrous, which hits right away within 10 to 15 minutes. And dicaffeine malate kind of hits a little bit later, prolongs the energy levels, and then tapers off slowly versus getting a crash from potentially caffeine anhydrous. So what can it do is can help give your sustained energy levels over a duration of time and also taper off to prevent the overall crash. Last ingredient here is estrogen at 50 milligrams. Estrogen from our friends at New Live Science helps increase the absorption of the ingredients in this product. So from top to bottom, this is a really solid formula at a really attractive price point, 45 bucks, 20 servings, just over $2 a serving. In today's market, that is a great price point, as we've been seeing more and more pre-workouts go up over $3. And again, the ones that are over $3, if formulated correctly, I don't have an issue with it. But if you want a pre-workout that's just over $2 a serving and that's effectively formulated, Desperado from Apollon Nutrition is exactly that. One of the best everyday driving pre-workouts on the market today. If you want to purchase the product, look below in the caption or the description for a link to Apollon Nutrition's website to purchase this, as well as a potential coupon code to save you a few dollars. Fitnessinformant.com link below as well to take you over to a deeper dive into the Desperado pre-workout product. Make sure you follow us on our social media channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button here. And for all things dietary supplements, fitness, and nutrition related for free, visit our website. We're online at fitnessinformant.com.